My name is Val Gentil. I am here at Sensory Overload Volumes presented by Evans and Son House. We're here working with lights and sounds, which is what I explore all the times in my mind. I am a professor at Berkeley College. It's such a dope place. And I'm not just saying that because I'm there. It's a really, really amazing, creative spot to be at. Sensory percussion expands, the way I look at the drum kit. Like right now, this is not a tom. This is, whatever it can be, and it can be whatever, for real. I can add, whatever sounds on there. I can add some congas to it. I first discovered SPs when I went to the Loft in Brooklyn and met up, with the guys, and then I saw the kit and I was like, oh, okay, these look like triggers. And then he's like, no, they're not triggers. These are sensors. And when I touched the toms and then I went it was like, and I was like, what? And then that was it, for me. I was just like, yes, this is it. And I never looked back since. For me, this is like a drummer's dream, a drummer that, wants to go, beyond just the drumming. I think the way I play, it's always improv and, always trying to go to different places. So with the SPs, it's so easy to just kind of get lost in the sounds because I'm not just playing the one tom or snare or a kick. I'm actually going to a different place. I look at it now as not just a drum kit, more like a production tool. The students, they love this. They were like, are these drums? I was like, go ahead, try them, try them out. They were like, wow, they're blown away. So yeah, I feel like this should be definitely in every school. If for someone who has no idea what the SPs are, I would start basic. They're sensors and not triggers. They allow you to transform your acoustic kit to an electronic kit and beyond. Also, SPs, you can manipulate the drum sound. So let's say you have the snare, you can go into your software and add delays on there, add filters. And also it has different parts. So you can add a sound here versus here. So it's so custom. So for someone who also, is only playing just acoustic drums, I think this, allows you to go to a whole different galaxy. Advice for a drummer who might be a little cautious about using the SPs, yeah, let's just go for it. I feel like for folks who really want to explore, this is the tool to use. Yeah, and I mean, it's if you're a drummer, you should already not be afraid of certain things and just go, try like different things. But it depends on the style, which is why I love the SPs. You can go there and just pick like a regular kit and try a different kit. Try a Gretsch kit, try Ludwig, try some taiko drums. Please don't be afraid. This thing does not bite. It bites in a good way, actually. So please, just do it. As a drummer, you should have no fear and just push forward. And SPs, they're just great, just amazing tool. So last night I was using a lot of the sounds from the SP pack, so Brooklyn Vanguard, some stuff from there, some stuff from the Orbe Vistus drums, as well. The space was inspiring me, so I was just kind of tapping into whatever, like whatever was there, and it was a lot of like energy, with the lights. So I was just I didn't have anything set, but after a while, when I heard it last night, I tried to get to some patterns, I tried to stick, but the lights were, doing stuff to me. So, I've never played like that, with the lights. I've never done that before. So I was like, oh, okay, I like this. This is good. This is good for my, for my spirit, I used to actually dream about this kind of stuff, when I used to play drums, like, oh man, I wish there was a piano in there, and then of course I'd have to call my friend, hey, can you come over and play the piano? So with this, I don't need to do that, even though I still get it with my friends and then we, do some like jamming, but you don't really need to have someone else, especially if you're doing what I call soul searching, as a drummer. You can really tap into this stuff and go within, yourself. Now that's a whole other level. But yeah. So it is totally changing the way, we should look at drums, which is a good thing. Yeah, one of my friend, he said, "This is like cheating, Val." I was like, "Yeah, but you still have to play it. It's not gonna play, itself. You have to get in there, and that's what I love about it too. These are drums, but drums that allow you to go beyond."